Hey, what's going on? It's time for the podcast of life. Again, back at it. How's everybody doing? How was the Thanksgiving? That came and went. That went by so fast. I hope you had a good one. Hope you got to see your family. Hope you didn't have to work. Definitely hope you didn't have to work. I used to work those shifts. I'm surprised I got this year off. But I usually work it. It's usually dead. You normally have that rush from like 1:30 to 2-ish. And then after that, then it's just completely dead. And then you're just doing busy work. And you just want to kill yourself. And time goes by so slowly. So pray to God. Pray to God that you didn't have to experience any of that. Or else I feel for you. I'll be perfectly honest. I recorded the same one, or for this week already on like Friday or something, and everything was good. I laughed at it. I liked my own jokes. Everything was fun. And then I was cleaning up the audio and everything, and I'm like, I'm getting kind of hungry. I want to go get something to eat. So I went real quick. Didn't save anything. Went real quick. Make me a sandwich or something, get some water from downstairs, come back up, and then on the monitor, I see the motherboard logo right on my screen. And that only means one thing. That only means hard reboot. All right? That means if you didn't save anything, you're fucked. So I go on, I log back on, and I look for the file that I just recorded that I had spent like 40 minutes on. It was a decent-sized podcast. And that was gone. Everything was gone. So then the problem with that was my last chance to record it while being home alone. Because my family loves to just fucking barge in on me all the damn time. Like the door's just wide open or something. Not even knock. They just come in like, oh my God, my mom with the Black Friday deals. Oh, look what I got her. Look what I got him. Oh, they're going to love it. My dad's just coming in. Hey. When's Rodgers coming back? How's Brady doing? When's Sylvania? I'm just like, this is not the time, okay? How come it, hang on. Hey, whoa, wait a second. Oh. How come when they need some time alone, if they're making a phone call or something, or, they just need like a half hour to themselves, if I fucking barge in there, or if I fucking disturb their peace, then I get my fucking ass beaten. But when I need a minute to myself or something like that, they can just barge in all they want, and then their excuse, oh, we're your parents, it's okay. That's not how it works. You could slap the shit out of me for no reason. You could take a knife, stab me in the arm, be like, oh, we're your parents, it's okay. It's not okay. I don't know. That's another thing, though. I remember that one time. Like, my dad takes a call, he just... upstairs of the house, all his. If I even think about walking up those stairs, if they make a fucking creak noise like that, then I am fucked. And you better believe, even though I am an adult now, he is whipping out the belt, he is whipping out the fist, and I'm getting my ass beat. All right? But I remember one time, it was like, I was applying for my first job, right? And they were calling me back to like schedule like the in-person interview. And so I take it. I'm like, hello. And then I run upstairs like everyone else does, except when everyone else does it, then they're okay. But I locked the door. All of a sudden, my dad just comes in and he's like, who's that? Hey, who's that? Is that someone? Hey, I'm just waving. I'm waving them off like, get out. Like, I can't say get the fuck out because I'm talking to my future boss here. But like I'm waving and like I'm mouthing the words "get the fuck out of here," and he's just like, "What? What does that mean?" I'm like, oh my God, I got the job anyway, so I'm okay. But is the disrespect, the disrespect that they have, it's ridiculous, and it happens all the time. I can do whatever they want, especially with mail. For some reason, I don't know why this irks me so much, but when I get mail, they open my mail. It's addressed straight to me, and they're just like, oh, I don't know. It was, like you were going to open it. Yes. How often do you get mail? How often do I get mail? I never get mail. I don't care if it's a bill. I will open that up because I never experienced this. All right? I like mail. Here's the mail. It never fails. Makes me want to wag my tail. I don't know. Okay. I love how all this came from just me talking about re-recording the podcast. So yeah, that's what was happening. I tried to record it again, to no success whatsoever, because they just kept coming in, or they were screaming, or they also like to walk when I need quiet time or I need quiet background space. They really like to walk. I'm talking like boom, 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 like the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk or something, which I don't understand. And then, of course, even though I'm the one doing the recording, I have to be the one that's quiet, and I have to whisper. And it was a terrible podcast when I had to whisper like this. And so I got rid of it. And then I just kind of wasted that time. Watched a little Freaky Friday. That was on. This is a no judge zone, okay? So let's not judge me for watching Freaky Friday. All right, it was on as soon as I turned the TV. It was on there, and Lindsay Lohan, prime Lindsay Lohan. That is a good looking woman. All right, not now. All right, what the fuck happened to Lindsay Lohan, man? She was something. She was like the Freaky Friday, the Mean Girls, and like Herbie Fully Loaded era. Oh my god, she was like everyone's crush. Even some of the girls, any teenager, oh, crush all the time. It's that common case of well, women wanted to be her and men wanted to be with her, right? Yeah, women wanted to be her, men wanted to be with her. That was the thing. And now, my God, now I want to touch her with like a 20-foot pole or a 2.5-inch pole. Anyway, yeah, no, she got so ugly, and it's just like you look at what she was and how promising she was. All right, she couldn't really sing. She tried putting out that album, but you know, she could kind of act, kind of, in Disney stuff or Nickelodeon stuff. Not really anything like huge or whatever, but it was still fine. Look what happened. She was on That 70s Show, wasn't she? Yes, she was. She was good in that too. The Parent Trap? My God. I didn't know it was the same person until I was like 7 or something. I was like, I remember thinking like, where's Lindsay Lohan's twin? Sister's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, they were both in The Parent Trap. She's like, honey, I gotta tell you something. You're a fucking idiot. Admittedly so, yes I am. But yeah, so I instead of recording the podcast again that night with people around, I just watched Freaky Friday. That's a bad movie. Don't get me wrong, that is a bad movie. But hey, worth it. Let's see here. So yeah, that was pretty much my eventful time with that. Now I'm home alone again, so I can be loud. Watch him come back, okay? He left for work. Watch him just come back, barge in here, be like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know. We got crunch time. It's school coming up. That's not gonna be fun. But I'm not worried about that. We still got plenty of time for that. How was the Thanksgiving, everybody? All right, like I said, I had a rare Thanksgiving off, so I actually got to see the family. I got to see everybody there. 2 big stories happening with my family. One of them, my cousin getting married. Woo! He's getting married to probably one of the nicest people. Realistically speaking here, probably one of the nicest people I have ever met in my life. Like, I remember meeting her for like the first time. It was like we were going to my aunt's house, and then she was like, oh yeah, they're gonna come, you get to meet her. It'll be like, oh, okay, fine, that's nice. And then like, I don't know what I'm expecting. I don't know. I don't know if she's just gonna be like demon bitch, or if she's gonna be like holy saint. But no, I mean, like, after like 5 minutes of like introducing everybody, it was like we had known each other for like 50 years, and we just kept talking as if we had always talked about these things. I'm like, this is what did we do to deserve you, miss? All right? Because when you marry someone, you don't marry just the person. All right? You also go into the family. You're coming into our family. You don't deserve that. But what did the pieces of shit we are do to deserve someone as nice as you? We didn't do anything. All right? And you're coming in here. You're gonna say I do to him, and you're just gonna jump right into this family and not expect to just to just lose your mind and go insane, bless your heart. All right, bless your heart. Good for you. Good for you. No, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. So, yeah. Pray to God it's an open bar. I'll get shit-faced during that one. Family's never going to want to talk to me again. So, yeah, that was one of the stories. That was one of the two. The other one, another kind of like half-cousin, if you will. She had a little baby person. All right? Nice little baby person. She got married a couple years back. Was I invited to the wedding? Well, I had to have been. I didn't go, but was I invited at least? I don't know. I'd feel pretty shitty if I wasn't, considering everyone else probably was. It was in a different country, though. So that's not my fault for not wanting to go, all right? Like, my limit is in the country. Like, if you want to go have a wedding in Barcelona, unless you are paying me or paying for me to fly out there, I'm not going. Live stream the thing. I don't know. But, so she had a little baby person, and I'm not saying this is the case for this baby, but don't you hate it when people are like, oh my God, that's such a cute baby. Oh, he's so adorable. Oh my God, he looks just like you. Like, no, there are some ugly ass motherfucking babies in this world. I'll admit it. I was a shit looking baby. I was chubby. My face looked like I didn't look like I was dropped on the head. I looked like I was like thrown on the head, or like I was Gronk spiked on the head. And like, I don't know. I just looked like, I look at my baby pictures. Everyone's like, "Oh, you were so cute." Like, I'll admit it right now. I was like a 2 or 3 out of 10 on the baby scale. All right, I wasn't that good looking. I'll be honest right here. But like, there are some ugly looking babies, like mutant looking creatures that you're not even sure if it is a baby human or some other hybrid of human gorilla mix or something. You have no idea. And everyone's like, oh, it's so cute. Oh, it looks just like you. First of all, no. Even if some babies look cute and ugly, they all generally look the same and nothing like you. I mean, you don't start looking like your parents, I think, until like, you actually start like developing, like from the generic baby face to like an actual like human nose or like adult looking nose. Like, oh, it has your nose, has your eyes. I don't know. How do you know? You don't. So shut your yapper, okay? All right. So those were the two main topics for the Thanksgiving talk and whatnot. So we went over to one of my aunts for that. And I feel like we totally overstayed our welcome. 100%. We got there at like 11:30, 12ish to eat at 1. And first of all, we asked them like, oh, what do you have to do or how early did you have to wake up to put the turkey in? They're like, oh, he put it in at 6:30. 6:30? 6:30 for that fucking bird? That dirty ass tasting bird? All right, I have no idea. And then, and the thing about the Thanksgiving turkey is that's like what you have least of on your plate. Everyone just loads up on sides. Sides? $26,000 worth of sides? What are these sides? They cure cancer? They did actually cure cancer. That's why they were so expensive. You need to shut the fuck up. I'm getting close. I'm getting this close. I'm sorry. That's a great movie though, isn't it? That is a great movie. What other movie are you going to find an army of hookers just bursting through the door and just fucking shit up in an office? You're not gonna. That brings me to a funny story. I had already seen that movie. I had already seen The Wolf of Wall Street like 5 or 6 times before this story occurred. But senior year in high school, I had to do a project on a director. Me and my buddy did it on Martin Scorsese. And so one of the movies we were going to watch was The Wolf of Wall Street because like there's every Scorseseism in the book, the tracking shots, the narration, the this and the that and everything. So we were watching it. And so this time I'm purely watching it to like keep track and mark down all the Scorseseisms and how he's doing everything and how like not just watching the movie just because it's a goddamn great, awesome movie, but to actually like learn from it and do all that and everything. I get about 10 minutes in. I think it's safe to say only about like 4 bad things happen in the first 10 minutes. Like, yeah, movie starts off, he's blowing cocaine into a hooker's ass, but after that, there's a nice little like 10-minute period where there ain't no titty. There are a couple bad words, but there ain't no titty. So yeah, I get about 10 minutes in, my mom comes in. And she's like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I'm like, "I'm doing homework right now." She's like, "You're not doing homework. You're watching a movie." I'm like, "It's for this and everything." He's like, "Oh, what is it?" Wolf of Wall Street. "Oh, is that with Leo in it? Is that with Leo?" "Yes, it's with Leo." "Oh, I'm gonna watch it too." That is the worst movie you want to watch with your fucking mother. I'm like, "Mom, I swear to God, an army of hookers is going to come bursting through that door. You better leave right now." She's like, "It's okay. It's okay. I'll watch it anyway." I'm like, "You do you, but like maybe not now because I'm trying to like break this movie down." And it's the last movie you want to watch with your parents. I could watch that with my dad. We could have a couple yucks. But with your mom, with your own mother, that is the last movie that you want to watch. And we watched the whole thing. That's like a 3.5 hour movie. That's not just like an hour and a half of torture. That's a 3.5 hour movie. And with any other movie that you watch with your mom that you get embarrassed with, there's like one sex scene or something, or there's something that they say for like 10 seconds that's a little weird. This is just a nonstop barrage of titty, drugs, F-bombs, and it's just the most absurd fucking things you ever see in your life. Imagine sitting through that. I had to watch it again later because I just put my head down like, "Oh my God, okay, yep, here they come. Yeah, okay. Yep, there they are again. There are more hookers. Oh, the $500 hooker. Oh, the $100 hooker. Oh, he's cheating on his wife again. Oh, drugs, more drugs. Hey, look, some drugs." So I remember that. So I had to watch that again. I had to watch that movie like twice in a day, which the fact of that, like, the fact of watching it twice in a day, I'm not too sad about. It was just the first time it had to be with my own mother. All right. You try doing that. Go try putting in the Wolf of Wall Street right now. Say and wait about 10 minutes to bring her in, because that's what happened. I got a solid 10 minutes in before she came in. All right, and then and she just sat down and watched the whole thing. Unreal. Unfucking believable. The fuck was I talking about before? Sides! I was talking about the Thanksgiving sides. We had some good sides this year. My mom always makes this weird-ass green jello salad, weird something. That was not there this time, thank the Lord. But sweet potatoes with some marshmallows, sometimes some jumbo-sized marshmallows. That was good cooking. That was real good cooking. Stuffing, both in bird and out of bird, because some people, including myself, don't really like the fact that you have to shove some bread and celery up a bird's ass to cook it. But that was fine. I had both kinds. I just prefer not having the thing that was in the bird's ass. I don't even know if that's where it goes. I don't know. We had the stuffing, some bread, the potatoes. Thanksgiving's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. All right, and then you go to Black Friday, where you stomp to death, or you just pummel a woman like an 80-year-old for a waffle iron. So very, very inverse days, if you will. Just back to back. Like, "Oh, I'm thankful for this. Okay. And then like 3 seconds later, you're watching the news. Local 84-year-old blah, blah, blah arrested for beating his wife with the coffee maker that he tried to take for his stocking stuffer instead of hers." I don't know. It's a weird time. I didn't partake in any of the Black Friday deals that much. We went to Target right at like on the Thursday. That's another thing. Why are they opening up sooner? It's Black Friday. Why are you opening up 6 o'clock on Thanksgiving? All right. But there were a lot of there. I remember we go into the Target. There's like this customer service area that's all blocked off and locked up, and it's just filled with the same TV over. There were like 25 TVs. Probably like it had to be a $50,000 room of TVs, all the same kind, and then just in carts that everyone had pre-ordered. We had just went in there to pick up something that we ordered online. But then we shopped around because it wasn't that busy actually this year. I think online orders really started to take over. And so you're gonna see fewer and fewer of the people dying as they're trying to enter the store for the first time. Ow. But yeah, so we walked around. It's also a weird thing to see Black Friday. It's like you go to towards the produce in Target. There are TVs right by the bananas. And then you go to the electronics section, coffee makers, and then we went to like the clothing section. There were PlayStations and Xboxes just stacked up, not even guarded or locked up in any sort of way, just stacked there, just waiting to be stolen. It was a weird time. It was a weird time to be alive, but that didn't matter. What else? Hope if anyone partaked in a turkey bowl this year, hope you won. I didn't. We won the first year. Last year was the first, we'll say, official turkey bowl year for all my buddies and everything like that. And it must have been popular because we had to share the field. We didn't use the entire field, but we got there first. So like the people who came right after us, we just gave them like a little corner. So that was fine. But and then as we were wrapping up, another group of kids came. So I mean, it seemed popular for the day before. We did not win. Here's what happened. We win last year, barely. Hail Mary pass to end the game. Thank the Lord. This year, the quarterback for the other team in the offseason, if you will, tears his ACL. And so they replace him with one of the receivers on that team, like kind of like he's kind of their backup. And he was one of their worst receivers. He was a weak link, all right, that you can defend, that you can block. So he goes to quarterback. So then they fill that spot with a former varsity high school running back that we know. So that's already mismatch nightmare right there. And then the absolute weakest link on the team, as we're getting ready to kick off, he's not showing up. So then they call someone else. Who is it? Another high school varsity, former, mind you. So they're 2 years removed. I didn't know what to expect, if they had stayed in shape or if they were still boozing or something like that. I don't know. They're 2 years removed from varsity, but still varsity nonetheless. And so you're replacing two of the weakest links, right, with football players, with high school varsity football players. And that year, we were good, all right? That team, I mean, they lost in the playoffs. Like, they didn't win state or anything, but they were good, as I recall. I think they lost to like one team that they shouldn't have. But then like the rest, they won like everything. They were like, I don't know. They're like 7-1 to a point. And then I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about. They were good. Let's just say that. And they were both on the team. And I think one of them was definitely a starter. One of them I think was a starter. So great. We're going up against that. So we had a respectable 12-10 loss. Okay. We played up to 12, 6-point halves, 3-point quarters. So it was respectable. But it was just a mismatch nightmare. The kid I was guarding, and he was guarding me, had 50 pounds on me of just like bulk muscle, not even including the extra fat he has on him. But he was just a large individual. Last year he broke a kid's ribs. And now you're putting that same guy who broke ribs, on a weaker guy like myself? I have no chance. And then, of course, first tackle that he makes on me, I felt the ribs go. I don't think anything broke, but we left with a slew of injuries. All right, I'm talking Achilles. We walked in with an Achilles. That just made it worse. Both knees. My back for sure feels like shit. When I was running, someone stepped on my foot, so I kept going, but my foot didn't, so that was fun. That's just stretching things out. I don't know what, though. I don't know my body. I know head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but that's about it, because unlike everyone else and their grandma, I didn't take anatomy in high school. I took geology. Geology rocks, okay? So you want to ask me a question about the fibula? I don't even know where that is. I think that's in the leg, but I could be wrong. But if you want to ask me a nice question about quartz or opal, You ask me that question about quartz or opal. How about that? So that's my life. That was that. I remember last year. It's a tradition for us to, after the game, we go to Wendy's. We go to the nearest Wendy's. Not a sponsor. But we go there and we just eat. All right. Last year it was rainy and we were dirty and bloody and just wet and sweaty and everything. I remember we went in there and the lady, instead of saying like, "Oh, hi, welcome to Wendy's, how are you?" she just looks at us and goes, "Are you clean?" And one of my friends just goes, no." And she got so disappointed. The look on her face was like I had just shit on her carpet. That's what her face looked like. And then this year, we all walk in. The manager's right there. She looks at us and goes, "Oh, fuck." Like, this Wendy's has a real problem. They have a real problem making me feel welcome when I go there, okay? Because the first time they're like, "Are you clean?" And then they all get blah, 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 yada, yada. Granted, I'm pretty sure she had just cleaned the little dining area before we walked in. But then this one, just for the manager just to go, "Oh, fuck," and then start warning her employees that were coming in. That's kind of mean, isn't it? I don't know. They have a way with words over there. And it's funny that right after us, so like, 12, 14 kids both times, but this year, like a group of like landscapers or something, they were immigrants, let's be honest. They were illegal immigrants. I just can't say that. They come in like right after us. So on top of 12 to 14 kids, there's like another 6 to 8 landscapers that came in, and so I can't imagine that they were having any fun. Guarantee you they spit in something of mine, all right? The odds are in my favor because I got a lot of food. The Wendy's 4 for 4? Make that bitch my 12 for 12, you dig. And then I got some tenders because apparently they have tenders now. And then we just ate. We had a wonderful time. I don't know. It was just it just must have been like chaotic for him, because we walk in. There's like 2 people, or like there's like a Korean family just clearly enjoying a snack before they hit the road or something. And then there was like 1 person on their lunch break, and then here comes 14 dirty, sweaty football players, and I'm not a football player. Kids playing football. Don't make me out to be something I'm not. Okay, so 12 to 14 sweaty, bloody kids. Who just got done playing football, and then some illegal immigrant landscapers. So I can't imagine that they had any sort of fun whatsoever. But hey, we got our food. It tasted normal, so I'm assuming no one spit or what are the other things you do? You spit in it. You the dandruff in the hair. I don't know. If you really want to get crazy, you can pee on it or something, but I don't know. That's what I think happens at Dairy Queen. Have you ever just gone through a drive-thru and you see the person, and just by the way that they look at you, you know for a fact that they did something to the thing they're serving you? That's what happened when I was at Dairy Queen. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a banana split fix right now. All right, I like the banana split, and there's a Dairy Queen, like it's not even like a real Dairy Queen. It's like a limited one or something. Like whenever I look, they close like an hour before actual like any other Dairy Queen closes. But so I go there. I always go after a Patriots win. I will say that whenever the Patriots win, or whenever I get to watch them on TV. So last Sunday, for example, or was Monday today? Yesterday, Patriots were on. You better believe I got a banana split. And it's just the dude, it's the same guy every time, but 2 times ago, the way he looked at me, was just like, hope you like boogers and cum. It was just like the smirkiest, douchiest look I've ever seen. And what I don't understand, I'm watching them make it, all right? They have the ice cream machine right there. I can see it through the window. Then they put the chocolate on, the little strawberry action and everything. Everything is in that little area, that little making area and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, he has to leave for a few seconds. I don't know what he's getting back there because they're all the ingredients that you need is all right there, all right? All right by the front counter and the drive-thru. But then he has to leave for a couple seconds. He comes back with a nice little smile on his face. It looks exactly the same. Doesn't look like anything changed on it. Then he puts the whipped cream on, puts the lid on it, hands it to me, and just gives me the douchiest fucking, here you go. Like, what the fuck did you do to it, guy? What the fuck did you do to it? Like, I would be more respected if he just said, "Oh yeah, I shit in it," but I have no idea what he did to it. And same thing happens every time. And granted, I come 45 minutes to a half hour before they close, which is still a respectable time. At most, 20 minutes before they close. So every machine should still be on. Every ingredient should still be out there. So, I don't know. Maybe because of what it is, like they're so used to just doing like the little dipped cone or just like a little soft serve scoop with the swirl, that when I ask for a banana split, they just go, "Oh, motherfucker, this guy again." But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing to it, but it's just the way he looks at me. It's like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle when they go to like the Burger Shack or whatever, where, what's his name? Anthony Anderson, I think. The black guy, he's like, hey, it's a good thing you're going to White Castle because I don't think you would have liked the secret sauce today. I'll give you a hint. It's semen. Animal semen. Like, that's what I think it is. All right? But I don't know. Benefit of the doubt here. It's the good old case of what you don't know won't hurt you. And so, I can assume all he wants, or all that I want, that he did something to my banana split. But I haven't seen him do anything, so it's okay. I haven't seen him dunk his balls into it or something, but it is what it is. So he can do whatever the hell he wants. Speaking of food and recipes and Black Friday, I stayed in for Black Friday. And instead, I made Chef's chocolate salty balls. Salty chocolate balls. Suck on my chocolate salty balls. No, it's chocolate salty balls. Okay. From South Park, that song he sings when, I think that's the one where like the film festival comes into town and he makes his chocolate salty balls. So I looked up the song and followed the recipe exactly how he sings it. He didn't tell me how long, he didn't sing about, how long to cook it for though, or, how he got it to form the ball so nice. But I had a hell of a time, and it didn't work out at all, and they turned out shit. First of all, I knew I was fucked when the dough wasn't forming into a ball. It wasn't dough, it was more of a batter, and so it wasn't forming into balls. So if I just put it on a cookie sheet, they would have just been cookies. But so like I had to like make like I had to make a run to get like this little mini muffin thing, and just hope they didn't like spill over to make muffins. But that didn't work at all. And so they just kind of turned into chocolate salty muffins anyway. And then I just kind of like formed them into balls later. It didn't work out at all. They don't taste. It's weird. They're both edible and inedible at the same time. Like I'm trying to pinpoint what went wrong for next time whenever I make them. But it's normally just like, okay, maybe a little less that, more of that. We'll leave that out. Like everything went wrong in this situation. Everything went wrong in this scenario. So I have no idea where I even start. Okay? Like, I mean, they taste awful. They taste like you put in way too much cinnamon in a poorly made chocolate cake and you soaked it in alcohol. That's exactly what they taste like. And then you put a little bit of salt on them. He didn't even sing in the recipe. It doesn't even call for salt. I just sprinkled that on. I just salt bayed that after because he didn't sing about that at all. They're called chocolate salty balls, but I was singing the song the entire time. There's no mention of salt in that whole entire song. But I don't know. So yeah, I just sprinkled a little bit on top. But they just didn't turn out right. They didn't turn out good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them exactly how I made them last time, almost to the point where they're inedible. And I'm gonna bring them to the next family get together. Probably gonna be Christmas then. And then I'm gonna pass them out. Be like, oh hey, I worked really hard on this. I mastered the recipe. They taste delicious. You'll love them. Yada yada. I'll make them all take it. They'll all have to take a bite at the same time. That might get a little suspicious, but they'll all take a bite at the same time. And then I'll be like, 1, 2, 3, eat it. And then they'll be like, John, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever put in my mouth, okay? That I've ever eaten. Do you understand that? We don't love you anymore. And then we'll see what happens. But, I mean, like I said, they're both inedible and edible. Cold, I wanted to eat them warm. Because, chocolate salty balls sounds like a warm dish. But if you refrigerate them, it helps a little. Just a little. It gets really hard, though. And that's another thing. I think they were both under and overcooked at the same time, which doesn't make sense to me. All right, I stuck the toothpick in like you're supposed to, the little toothpick method, and it came out clear, and that's a sign that they're done. And I take them out, roll them into balls, and they were still raw and chewy in the middle. And there's some raw egg yolks in there, or egg whites in there. There's like a half a cup of brandy in the recipe, so some of that didn't bake off. So you eat these things to get hammered, and with a taste of cinnamon. It just didn't turn out well. So we'll try again. We'll never give up. We'll try in the off season. But yeah, so if you try that, if you want to try Chef's chocolate salty balls, pretty much everything except the cook time is in there. Also, you might want to get like a cake pop dish or something, because the batter will not form. So there's that. There are a bunch of recipes online I didn't want to follow because they go like, oh, well, 2 is maybe too much, so I've only put in 1. Like, I wanted to follow this thing to a T to make sure, or to see if they just like created a recipe out of thin air, or if like this was like a recipe someone had, or like they tried it out and it was delicious, so they sang about it. But it wasn't delicious. Maybe I fucked up somewhere. I mean, I followed it to a T. I don't know. Maybe it's just all in how they're actually baked and blended together. I have no idea. But I don't know. That's about all I have then. So this is gonna be late again. Fuck it. This is gonna be a Monday podcast. I keep saying Sunday, and I always want it to be Sunday. It would have been Sunday if this thing didn't delete. But I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna be a Monday. Start off your work week, your school week, with good old John. How about that? So that's going to do it for me then. Keep in mind, if you are listening to this on YouTube, it's available on iTunes. Download that. Absolutely free. You can take it offline with you. I don't know, play me in the car, play me while you're cleaning your room. Listen to my soothing voice while you make sweet, tender love to your significant other. How about that? Or, I don't know, you do you. But thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you the next time. And that's about all I have. So like I said, I'll talk to you next week. How about that? Have a good one.